What is up, everyone? I'm doing some work on my Glock 19 Gen 5. And boy, I've been at it for, oh man, it's been hours. It seems like. No, it really has been hours. But I bought some parts, and I'm a little disappointed because I needed a Gen 4 trigger housing for this um, old Zev trigger that I had laying around. I think it's a Gen 3 or Gen 4 flat face Zev Pro trigger, and I wanted to throw it in my Gen 5, but you need a Gen 4 housing. So while I had everything apart, I went ahead and polished everything. So if you can't tell, there's a little bit of that thing heart right here where the cruciform sits for the trigger. It's really hard to get to, but I did polish it. And I polished it because there's metal on metal contact, because your cruciform's lip kind of slips into there before it goes into the side. And then obviously, I just went ahead and polished the whole trigger bar and everything. That cruciform right there where, let's see, let's focus, where the numbers are. It's not going to focus for me. There we go. There's some metal on metal contact there, and if you kind of smooth that out, it should smooth out the trigger. And I polished the connector bar right there. And I actually thought about using my my Zev connector bar that came with the trigger, but I'll keep those parts with it. There's the old Zev trigger. I bought this for a build, and polymer 80 build that I wanted to do, but I put another trigger in there, and I kind of forgot I had it actually. But Zev makes really good triggers. But anyway, but I haven't polished the locking block. Really don't have to. Not necessary. And I'll polish the rails. That should help smooth out the action on the slide. It should. Now, is it necessary to do all this? No, it isn't. But I will say, man, this trigger bar, it was gray. It was just not shiny, not smooth. And when I felt it, it was actually rough. So I have to think it actually improved the trigger feel of that. Now, I will say on the Gen 5, the trigger I thought was much improved over the Gen 3 and Gen 4. Kind of surprised about that. It wasn't an awful trigger, and I kind of wanted to leave it stock. But like I said, I had that extra Zev trigger laying around. Didn't get a trigger or Gen 4 trigger housing. I'm kind of bummed about that because it says it was a universal trigger housing, but it isn't universal. Maybe they meant it was universal for Gen 3, because that's basically what it is. It's a universal Gen 3 trigger housing. I kind of was dumb. I didn't realize it didn't have that point at the end. Yeah, it's been a little while since I disassembled a Gen 3 and 4 Glock. So, but anyway, I just kind of wanted to touch base and show you the just the cheap trigger job that I did, because I polished this stuff for hours, man. It took me a long time, and I couldn't even get to all the crevices and stuff. I'm finally just done with it. But man, it's got a nice little sheen to it, I must say. So hopefully that improves it, and let me know if you guys have any experience polishing triggers for your Glocks, but let me know how that turned out for you. But anyway, thanks for watching, and join me next time, guys. So I lied. I'm not quite done yet. Thought I'd go ahead and throw everything back together and show you the actual trigger pull. Before I do, empty magazine, empty firearm for you range officers out there. But I must say, when I first got this firearm, the trigger wasn't all that bad. The Gen 5 Glock really improved the trigger. It's still not, I don't know, a Canic trigger or a Walther or a H&K VP9 trigger, but it's decent. It's decent enough where I don't have to, change it out, but I would like to. But that trigger job, it did smooth out going up to the wall, whereas before it was kind of had a jerking movement to it, and it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't real smooth. This is a lot smoother up to the wall. The actual brake itself isn't all that much better. So it didn't do anything for the brake, but it's nice. It's nice to be able to go to that wall and just feel smooth. So, was it worth it? Eh, could have saved me a couple hours of my time, but quite honestly, I just like working on my guns. I like disassembling them. I like putting new parts on them. I like trying new things out. So, in the end, it really wasn't worth the time, but I still enjoyed it. So, you know, it is what it is. But thanks for watching.